Hello everyone. I'm working on a flurry of videos while I have the time, and today this is a breakfast or all-purpose patty for a burger or Salisbury steak that you can make two ways. Let's get started. Today I'm going to make some sort of a breakfast patty. I'm going to just improvise here and use some white beans, some rice, I think some chickpea flour, some flavorings, and I'm going to work on this as I go, and hopefully it turns into a recipe that I'll be able to post for you. But first, tell me if you want to see the recipe for this. This is my mother's vegan chicken soup, and I told her, wait again until you're making it that I can video it, and she hasn't. She's like, oh, no one wants to see that. I'm like, I think people would love to see that. This tastes delicious, so let me know. Vegan chicken soup. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get started. I think what I'm going to do here is first I'm going to add 1 cup of my white beans here, and I'm also going to put 1 cup of rice, so I want something to help kind of make it more sticky. I don't think I'm going to try oats in this. I'm going to put chickpea flour, maybe a bit of cornstarch. As I said, I'm going to work on this as I go. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I have in here to start. I have a cup of the white beans, already cooked. I have a cup of cooked rice, and I have a cup of sliced mushrooms. And I maybe should have used my big full bowl for this, but I'm not. So I'm just going to try to, oops, mix this together. Okay. I probably should have used the big bowl, but what can you do? I've started, because what I'm going to just do here, guys, is you see when you use the smaller one, you will have some particles coming up to the top ledge. That's okay, just put them back down in there. So I'm also going to put just about a teaspoon of crushed garlic, if I have that in here. That's not quite a teaspoon, so about a teaspoon of crushed garlic I'm adding to that. And I'm also going to add onion. I want to grind up the onion in there. Hold on. I'm going to use all of this small onion, but you can feel free to use less if you don't like too much onion flavor. And I'm just going to chop it a little bit as I put it in here. And I'm going to give it another mix. Keep processing until it's almost like a paste. And this is getting there. It's getting very sticky. It's okay if it has some lumps and chunks in there, that's fine. But I'm just going to process like one more time. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. And I'm going to put all of this into a bowl and continue now to mix in my spices. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And before I add anything else to this, I'm going to add, you know what, I'm just pouring. This is nutritional yeast. That's probably a teaspoon. Let's call that 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Possibly a little light on the tablespoon, but okay. There we go. Tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Yes, guys, you can just eyeball stuff sometimes. I'm going to put, this is 2.5 milliliters right here of liquid smoke. So that's maybe about 2. That wasn't the full 2.5. I'm going to put, sure, why not? I'm going to do a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Okay. Hope that's not too much. Could be. But if you like the smoky flavor, it'll be fine. I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Just mix this up for the time being. Oh yeah, I want to put some pepper in here as well. I'm just going to do this. I'll call call that about half a teaspoon of black pepper. And I want to put some of my veggie chicken stock. So, running low on this. Okay, I'm going to try to do it this way. Now, I didn't think I was going to put this in, so you can avoid the salt if you want and just do this. Okay, about half a teaspoon of that. Just mix. Okay. So I think I'm going to add to this. Where is my chickpea flour? Oh, running low. This could be bad. Alright guys, so I'm putting, that's a tablespoon. That's 2 tablespoons of chickpea flour right there. You need something to help it thicken up so you can form proper patties. I might need another tablespoon. I might put some flour in here. I was planning to make this without flour, but I might not be able to. So this here, guys, is about 3 tablespoons of chickpea flour. And now I'm out. And I'm not putting gluten because you're going to have to cook down gluten. I just want something you can put on the stove and go. But like I said, I might put some flour in here. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so 3 tablespoons of chickpea flour, and I'll be back. This is half a tablespoon of cornstarch. But you know what, let's go ahead and make it a tablespoon. Okay, that's my premise. This is what I'm working with. And I hope that this sticks together well enough. Alright, I've decided I want more flavor. So I have some Caribbean spice. It's roasted garlic. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put half a tablespoon, guys. Oh yeah, let's do something else. Let's add like some basil, and that's probably like half a teaspoon of basil. I already put garlic, fresh garlic. And let me put a little bit of these chili flakes, honestly. That's like 1/8 of a teaspoon. Okay, and I don't know if I want anything else in here. Did I put oregano? No, I don't think I did. I'm gonna... That's like another 1/8 of a teaspoon of oregano, 1/8 to 1/4, and I'm gonna mix this up. I just tasted it, which is, you know, something you can do. Does it have the flavors you like? Does it not? Let me just taste again. Okay, much more flavorful. Okay, like that. I like that a lot. Okay, because I don't love this consistency of it being that mushy, I'm going to add some wheat bran. I have this, may as well add it. Feel free, if you want to make this gluten-free, you can add, I think there's rice bran. I could add rice flour, but since I put rice in there already, I'm not going to. You could add like gluten-free oats. Oops. That's a tablespoon and a little. 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to go for about 3 tablespoons of this to start. And then I'm going to just try cooking this and let's see how it turns out. And feel free to put flour if you want, just to make it a thicker consistency. Or add some breadcrumbs or something. I mean, I'm almost tempted. I think I might do that to part of it. Okay, I'm going to get started. There's one thing I forgot to add, and I'm going to, even though it's going to make it a little more liquid, but that's a teaspoon of soy sauce. Oops. I'm just going to mix that in. I love soy sauce. I have my Tefal pan here that was warming up. And I'm just going to take some of this. I'm just going to make it into the shape of a patty. I put a little bit of oil in the pan. I'm going to see how these turn out. Might be something that's also nice baked, but let's start with that. Okay. Just spread the oil around. Like I said, I might actually add some breadcrumbs to the rest of it and see how that turns out. Okay, so far they smell amazing. And I just turned a couple of them over and I'm pressing them down to flatten them out. Oops. Okay, that one doesn't want to come over. I'm gonna get it. Okay, it broke apart a little bit, but that's okay. I think I've got an idea here. I mean, I think you can eat it like this, but this might go well in the oven. Just like a long time ago when I made the mushroom burgers, you know, sometimes this stuff just becomes nice and crispy how you want it in the oven. But guys, I have another idea that this is how it works. As you're cooking and creating, you other things come to you. I might want to make some of this with some wheat gluten, and I might just do that. And I might do that because I want to see how that's going to turn out. It would mean me cooking that one, but that might, you know, I don't know. I'm going to see. I might not. Maybe I'll just create a whole new recipe. Okay. Okay, I have this on medium heat, by the way. I might put it up a little bit. I want to get the outside nice and crispy. And yeah, I think I'm going to probably put them in the oven. But we'll see. Alright guys, I'll be back. Okay, this is what they look like. You're just going to turn them and make sure that they're adequately browned. This one can use a little bit more. This one feels a bit firmer. You see that? And I'm going to, okay, that one can probably stay a little longer on the other side. I'm going to take these ones out. I'm going to put them in the toaster oven, probably like 20 minutes on like 300. I have to say, it smells really good. This is just really if you want it to be harder. Just add in a little more. I've got some refined coconut oil here. You do not taste the flavor of coconut with this. Okay. Just to help that fry up a little bit. You don't need to use oil. As you can see, it's burning and it's cooking in the pan, but I think the oil will just help it to crisp up a little bit more. Okay, guys. This one needs to cook a little longer. This one's almost done, almost ready to go into the oven. But I'm just going to take off a little piece. I just want to taste it and oops. See what the consistency is like. Okay, it's very soft, as you can see. That's why I'm going to put it in the oven. I'd like it to firm up a bit more. It's okay, like a crispy breakfast patty, that's fine. It's a bit hot, that's why I'm waiting. Okay, let's try. The taste is delicious. This tastes amazing. You can eat it like just like this. If you don't mind a little bit of the soft consistency, you can eat it just like this. That really is yummy. Okay, I'm going to put this one into the pan to put into the oven, the toaster oven. And I think I'm going to try making some with the breadcrumbs. I really have this idea to try, maybe I'm going to do that. I'm going to maybe put some with a little bit of gluten, because then I have a different idea with that. Things, just like I said, come and go as you're experimenting. Okay. Oops. It's also because this non-stick pan is so non-stick. Okay, I'm going to leave that a little longer on that side. Okay, what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to take like one more patty. So I basically used about half. I'm going to take one more patty out of that. I'm going to add a bit of breadcrumbs to this, just eyeballing that little bit. But this, I think I'm going to try the rest of it with a little bit of gluten, guys, and cook this down and see how they turn out. I'll be back. Okay, so because this is just a test, guys, I've taken one big spoonful here that I'm going to fry up in the pan. And I'm going to add to that, I think, half a tablespoon of panko breadcrumbs. I just want to see how this turns out. You could coat it with the breadcrumbs if you want a crispier patty. And I'm just mixing the breadcrumbs in. I might even put more. Okay, maybe I have enough. This is like the way you would use breadcrumbs in making a burger patty, obviously. And I do feel like I want a little bit more. So I'm going to put, this is just all right here, this is just a test. Okay, that's a tablespoon of breadcrumbs for that amount. What you see is just like a large spoonful. Okay. I just want this one to be crisper. And we'll see how it goes. Okay. Pan's going back on the stove. I'm going to take all this in my hand here. Maybe I'll make this into 2 patties. No, I'll make it into one big one. Just flattening it out. There we go. Alright, the other ones are in the oven. Mixing the oil around in there. And I'll be back. Okay, so while my other patty's cooking, I'm just going to continue with this. This is just about 3/4 of a cup of my mixture. This might be the best way to do this, so I can give you guys some accurate measurements here. So that's about 3/4 of a cup. So to that, I'm going to just go with, I'm adding some wheat gluten to this. 1 tablespoon of wheat gluten. 2 tablespoons of wheat gluten. 3 tablespoons of wheat gluten. And I'm going to add like a tablespoon of veggie stock. Let me start with half a tablespoon of veggie stock first. Let's just see. Okay. Yeah, I might need it. I'm going to put a full. And I'm just going to mix this together. So that means this portion I'm going to cook down. I'm just going to mix this together. I'm going to get my other one off the stove and I'll taste test that. And I'll be back. Okay, this is the one with the breadcrumbs. Definitely thicker, firmer. And I'm going to test this out compared to the other one in a moment. But I will get started on my other version here. So, I'm putting some refined coconut oil in here. And this is what it looks like. I'll tell you, I added 2 more tablespoons. So I have 5 tablespoons of wheat gluten in this. Let me get that out of there. Okay. And I'm just going to do what I did before. Oops, you can't see that too well. Just going to take pieces. It already feels, what do you call it? What's the word? Chewier? Okay. I'm going to put my pieces in here. Yeah, I'm going to show you that. As I pulled that, it was like, I'll show you. It was stretchy. There was a stretchy consistency to it. Okay, so look, as I pull this apart, it's already like stretchy. And I'm just making patties with my hand. You missed that whole, that's like meat. You know, that's that meat look. So this will give you a chewier kind of breakfast patty. I'm going to see if I can make one like how Gardein, Eves, Tofurkey, all those guys make their. Okay. I'm just going to fry this up a little bit, but I'm going to have to add water to this and cook this down. Actually, I'm going to put veggie stock in there. I'm just going to take my spatula and just flatten them to some degree. If these work, then it's the kind of thing you can have ahead that you have in the fridge, like my daughter likes, and then you just take them out when you're ready and you just cook them. Adding a little more oil here. And then I'm going to turn them. I've got this on medium. Okay. They're even frying slightly different. They look like one more sort of like a solid piece as they fry. I can't describe it more differently, except the other ones you could sort of see the mushiness in the frying. Not a bad thing, but just like that it could break apart more easily. This seems like it's like a firm piece of vegan meat. Okay. Maybe I'll fry this side again a little bit longer just to give it more color. I'll be back, guys. Okay, so this is cooking. I've turned this over once. Both sides are browned. So what I'm going to do actually is just add some water to this, my broth, so that this will now cook out and hopefully become like a bit of a chewier texture kind of vegan meat. Okay? Because when you add wheat gluten, you have to cook it differently. Okay, so this is just the remains of what I have of my veggie stock. I'm just pouring it in here. And the veggie stock is, of course, going to give it more flavor. It's on medium right now, the heat. I'm going to turn the heat down to like a low heat of this. I just want this to simmer for probably maybe 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. I might add a little bit of water to go on top of that. Okay. I'm adding some water so it's fully covered. And I'm going to put just a little bit of soy sauce in there. And I'll be back. Alright, this is the one I added the breadcrumbs to. This is the original that I put into the oven for 20 minutes. And I'm just going to break a piece off of each. I guess I'll try this one first. So this is what this looks like. It's tasty, but I'm already thinking it would be nice with like a gravy. Alright, now I'm going to taste one of the first ones without any of the breadcrumbs. Let's see how that looks. I mean, they held up, as you can see. They held up well. If you want like a nice Whole Foods breakfast patty, this is it. The flavor is really nice. I think I prefer the flavor to this than the one with the breadcrumbs. And that's just because, I guess, as I added the breadcrumbs, it diluted the flavors. It would be nice just for this to be slightly softer. When I say softer, I mean like I can see it with like a gravy, or if you're depending on what you're having this with. Like this might be something now. I think I'll probably saute up some, or just put some even tomatoes right on there and eat it like that. I think that's how I'm gonna have my breakfast, or sorry, my lunch. This I really like. So it's just a breakfast patty, guys. It holds up well. You can make this into a burger if you like. It tastes really great as a burger. And I will get back to you with my other version and see how that turns out. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, these are really awesome, flavorful, and I'm just gonna have these ones with a little bit of tomato. Honestly, this would make a great burger. Like, very, very seriously. Put a little pepper on there, if you want. A little salt. Whatever seasonings you like. If you need any extra seasonings. It really is pretty flavorful as it is. And enjoy. It's a healthy breakfast right here. Bran, white beans, mushrooms, rice. I've saved one for my daughter to try, but I've also got the other ones cooking, as you know. So guys, I will be back. Alright guys, this is it. All the water has evaporated. I went out to shovel the snow. I did ask my mom to take this off the stove about 25 minutes ago, but I guess she never heard me. So all the water has been evaporated, and my daughter came home from school. She just turned them over for me. So the good thing with the non-stick pan is they got nice and colored on the bottom, but they didn't burn per se. See, so that side is not the same, because that was not the side that was down. Maybe I'm just going to taste one. Let's just do that. Essentially, the way I see this, you can keep this in the fridge, and then you can cook them up as necessary in the morning. Chloe, come and try this. This is my attempt at a breakfast meat sausage. That should hopefully be a little bit meaty. So this is one of them. Let's just cut this. The bottom part is sticking. Oops. Okay, let's try now.
Is it hot?
Betrayal. Okay. Use a fork. Just take that piece. It's definitely a chewier texture. I would like that side to probably be a little fried, but you can keep this in the fridge and then cook them up as necessary. You can add gravy to this as well, if you want that to. How do you like it, Chloe?
It's good.
Do you want to try it? Here's the one I made that didn't have that. It's not going to be hot. I made this one with wheat gluten, so it would be a little chewier. This I made with just beans, mushrooms, and it's cold. So taste a piece. So it's a drier sort of consistency. Which one do you like better? This now becomes a chewier patty. You can add.
I think I'd like a combination of the two best.
Okay. I think
they're both good, but this one would be better if it was just like kind of more chewier like this one.
Yeah. All right. Maybe I will update you guys if we take it out of the fridge one day and make it. But there you go. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna fry up a piece of this. My daughter took the other two pieces to eat, so she liked them. And I'm just putting a little bit of coconut oil. I'll show you which one I have, by the way. I got a big, huge monster container. It's 3.79 liters. This was 25 bucks at Costco. This will last a good long time. I'm going to use this when you can use it for cooking, you can use it for skincare, you can use it, I love make the vegan butter. I wanted one that, this is organic, refined, and the last time I made my vegan butter and I used the Vegemite unsweetened milk, it was really good. It was so good. Alright guys, so I'm just very quickly going to fry up one of these, just like you would a sausage. And look, here is the chickenless noodle soup from my mother. I'm going to enjoy that. And I'm just going to fry this up and I'll give it a final taste test. Okay, notice the thicker consistency with the wheat gluten. I'm going to take this out. I'm just basically, you're just going to heat it to warm it up. Okay? You could even have this as a burger patty itself. You know, if you make them bigger, you could warm them up as burger patties. So let's just do the final taste test here. And as I said, gravy. You can have them just as like a, what do you call that? Oh gosh, that beef with mushroom gravy. What's that called? I can't think of the dish. Here we go. Gonna taste this. Really good. Would be awesome with gravy. Have it like this. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you try it. This is a versatile patty that you can eat a number of ways, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you try it. Thanks for watching.